Donald Trump just shook up America's financial future, again. His decision to reclassify marijuana could ignite one of the biggest economic shifts we've seen in decades. But what does this mean for your wallet, your investments, and the U.S. economy at large? Let's break it down. Welcome back to Personal Finance 101, the place where we make sense of money, markets, and major policy moves. If you want to stay ahead of financial trends that impact you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. First, let's understand the move. For decades, marijuana has been classified as a Schedule I drug, right alongside heroin. That label meant no accepted medical use, heavy restrictions, and most importantly for business, no access to mainstream banking or tax deductions. Now, Trump has pushed for marijuana to be reclassified to Schedule III. This doesn't mean nationwide legalization, but it does mean cannabis companies can finally access tax breaks, reduce operating costs, and potentially enter traditional financial systems. In short, it's a green light for the green industry. So, what does this mean for the U.S. economy? Let's talk numbers. Tax revenue. States that legalized cannabis have already raked in billions. With reclassification, more companies can grow, leading to higher taxable income at the federal level. Jobs boom. The cannabis industry already supports over 400,000 jobs nationwide. Reclassification could easily double that in the next decade, from farming and retail to research and logistics, banking and investment. Up until now, cannabis businesses were cash-heavy, unable to use banks freely. With Schedule III status, big banks, hedge funds, and Wall Street could finally jump in. That means more growth, more investment, and more legitimacy. But there's a catch. Economically, this isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Oversupply issues. In states like California, too much weed on the market crushed prices and profits. A national scale could bring similar challenges. Regulatory uncertainty. Federal versus state laws are still messy. Reclassification doesn't magically solve the legal patchwork across the country. Big business takeover. Once barriers fall, major corporations, think big tobacco and big pharma, could dominate, squeezing out small businesses. So while opportunities are massive, the risks are just as real. Trump promised a decision within weeks, but the market spoke instantly. Village Farms stock exploded 42% in hours. Here's where personal finance comes in. Investing. Cannabis stocks could get a second wind, especially if institutional investors pile in. But beware, they're still highly volatile. Entrepreneurship. If you've ever dreamed of starting a cannabis-related business, whether it's farming, edibles, or even tech support, reclassification could lower barriers. Consumer spending. With more legal access and less stigma, cannabis could become a mainstream spending category, like alcohol. That shift affects where Americans put their money, and how new industries grow. Trump's marijuana reclassification isn't just about politics, it's about economics. It could reshape tax revenue, jobs, investments, and even the way we think about new industries in America. The top players are already positioning. Curaleaf, Trulieve, Green Thumb Industries, Cresco Labs, Verano Holdings. Each controls multi-state empires worth billions. The question is, are we looking at the next gold rush or just another bubble waiting to burst? What do you think? Will Trump's marijuana reclassification supercharge the U.S. economy, or is it overhyped? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Personal Finance 101 for more insights on money, markets, and major policies shaping our future.